Let's do an absorption test with some faux blood on one of our cloth menstrual pads. I was looking online at ordering some faux blood, but I decided before I go down the route of spending some more money on something I'm only going to use a couple of times, I wanted to see if I had something in my pantry that I could, mix up and create something that would be similar and work in place of it for the time being. Now, this is just going to be a basic blood texture. This doesn't have anything to create clots. I am going to pick up some stuff from the grocery to do a more clotty flow. So for this test, it's just going to be a basic blood test. Now, again, this is not real blood. This is a mixture of corn syrup with different food dyes. I'm going to pour my mixture into a Diva cup. This is a clean but stained Diva cup. I filled it beyond its fill line. This is an entirely filled Diva cup, so it is all the way up to the brim. Okay, let's do an absorbency pour. I didn't speed that up at all, and you can see it absorbed in really fast. Now, you will notice that it did slide over here onto the wing, but let's keep in mind this is a whole menstrual cup of, more than half of a cup of menstrual fluid that was quickly poured in, so like a gush happening. So from this is a good example of why an ILP would be a perfect pair with this, because it would fill the ILP before it ever hits the wings. So it's going to contain it and eliminate that wing seepage that would happen. I'm going to get one of my velour pads that I highly recommend for people who have gushy flows, because the texture will prevent this from happening. Okay, I've pulled one of my velour pads. My workstation is becoming incredibly sticky and messy. All right, so another menstrual cup pour. Much better at keeping it to the middle of the pad, even as I add more. While we're here, let's just keep going. So that was 2 full menstrual cups, one after the other, in a span of less than a minute's time, and it managed to contain all of the flow. A tiny bit, I think, due to my pour, has seeped over here, but you saw, it goes in really fast, and it's a lot less of a spread. Now, I am hoping that I can get the ingredients to create like a clot so that I can demonstrate on one of our gusher pads. Now it's time to clean up this really messy station. Actually, I was getting ready to rinse this out before washing it, but I want to show you that it does not leak to the backside. So I'm going to press a lot. I'm putting a lot of pressure to really push in the fluid. So if this was going to leak, this is way more pressure than your body is going to put on the pad. Okay, so you can see I've pushed and I've gooped around in this syrup. This is on my table. There's absolutely nothing that has come through. Nothing. So you can be assured that you're not going to just leak through the layers of fabric. The wing seepage, like on the green pad, is possible. If you're somebody who has a really gushy flow or a directional flow, an ILP helps to eliminate this greatly.